Thank you very much for coming tonight. It's a great pleasure to be here. Development literature universally affirms the importance of gender equality. Not only is gender equality and women's empowerment an end in itself, it's a prerequisite for achieving any other international development goal. As the other speakers tonight have highlighted, the impetus for gender equality is compelling, and for World Vision as a child-focused agency, the necessity for confronting gross gender inequalities are even more stark when seen in the lives of young girls. Looking at the slide and thinking about the issues of early marriage, every day an estimated 21,000 girls will marry before the age of 18. Out of this number, 3,500 are actually under the age of 15. A third of the girls in Bangladesh have been married before the age of 15. And these statistics are married closely by other statistics from Africa and Asian nations. The cost of early marriage is borne by the girl herself, families, communities, and nations. Increased likelihood of limited education, diminished life skills, reduced self-confidence, unwanted pregnancy, increased vulnerability to HIV/AIDS and sexually transmitted diseases, and propensity for abuse, violence, and neglect. In 22 countries around the world, early marriage is also associated with female genital cutting or mutilation. Girls are more likely to conceive before their bodies are fully mature. Girls under the age of 15 are 5 more times as likely to die during pregnancy or childbirth than women in their 20s. 1 in 10 births worldwide is to a mother who is still a child herself. Early marriage is more prevalent in communities and households where the starkest poverty mixes with cultural traditions and lack of education to limit a girl's perceived value and potential. And these factors propel young girls into marriages with men who are rarely of their own choice or age. So within this context, what has to happen to bring about gender equality? One step, we need to remove the mystique of the word gender. Gender doesn't mean women and girls. If we want to change the world, we need creative energy, dialogue, partnerships, and active involvement of both men and women. Gender equality provides opportunities for men and women to expand their experiences, their lives, and responsibilities. Although gender inequality affects women more, it is not only a woman's issue, it is a societal one. The pursuit of gender equality needs to be owned by all: civil society, governments, churches, and individuals. And more importantly, we need to go beyond the talk, although it's important. We need to resource what we believe in, and we need to resource what we know works. We have to invest in projects which benefit and empower girls and women, and in turn bring about gender equality. Nationally and internationally, it is essential we create mechanisms for tracking investments in gender equality, and that we monitor, report, and hold ourselves accountable to these commitments. As Ban Ki-moon said, we need to adjust domestic budgets as well as international aid flows to real needs and ensure that they're sustained. Investing in women is not only the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do. So where do we start to invest? Health and education are 2 closely linked sectors where it is proven that investment in the lives of girls and women bring results for women and their families. UNICEF call it the double dividend: improvement for women and improvement for their families. And these sentiments have been echoed by the speakers today. World Vision has invested heavily in these areas, seeing their natural link between poverty alleviation and gender inequality. Our programs have tried to create a supportive environment for boys and girls. And in visiting one of our anti-early marriage projects in Tanzania, I spoke to a girl who benefited from one of these projects. She was filled with a dream that saw her thinking of a life beyond marriage, beyond children. It was about being a teacher, about creating a space for her in a community which considered women as just girls, even if they were grandmothers. The success of these projects has occurred because traditional community leaders have reflected